got here? All right, guys. So I got this golden core mini. I'm always up for a new palette. So let's see what we've got in here. Okay, this is interesting because you have these mixing. I've never used this, so I'm very interested in it. Okay, we've got, oh, okay, so we have a little swatch card. Okay, this is silicone here. It's supposed to be non-staining, although it looks like I'm gonna have to clean it. Okay, so you've got a little brochure here, and it tells you all the different colors QOR has. That's nice. It tells you all about QOR watercolors. And this was on here. And then we have a swatch card. But you know what? I have a very vocal cat. He's going to be in here talking to us. He thinks when I'm talking to the camera, because there's not another person in here, I think he wonders if something's wrong with me. You know? Okay, now I already see something that I think might be a problem, and that is cleaning these. But look how, that's just from what was in the pan there. Look how, that's a lot. Okay. I'm going to take a brush and see if I can clean it with this brush. Because I don't want that stuff in my, oh wow, look at that. That was just like the dust in it. Oh wow. I don't know if I'm going to like using these because these pans are in here, and I feel like if they're wet, when I'm cleaning this, it doesn't clean the same way as, I can already tell, it doesn't feel like ceramic. I feel like I'm making it dirtier as I'm trying to clean it. I don't know about this part. I don't know about that. This I think I'm gonna like. So should I swatch this? Now this is the new one. They used to just extrude them. I think they still extrude them, but there's like a new way they started doing it a while back. Why does it feel like my brush might have blue in it? I really need to clean my brushes. Okay, so I don't want this to be in the shadows here, so I'll move it. Now, I have the original tube set of these, and this color is actually bismuth vanadate yellow. It used to be a cadmium yellow primrose. So I'm kind of glad I don't use a lot of cadmium colors. Okay, now this next one is nickel azo yellow, one of my favorite colors. One of the, if I only have 3 colors, this is going to be one of them, for sure. Now my favorite nickel azo yellow is from M. Graham, so I'm kind of curious to see if this glows the way theirs does. I've used it before, but I don't remember because I almost always use my palette with M. Graham in it. Okay, these re-wet really easily, I'll tell you that much. Okay, so you can get an idea of how orange that can kind of get. The next color is transparent pyrrole orange. That's another color I really like. Got some water here. It's very bright. It dries a little bit duller, but it's a really pretty color. Let's see how dark I can get it. Okay. This next one is, I think, Pyrrole Red Medium. I'm not going to worry about the pigments, you guys. I feel like there are lots of people who do the pigments, and this is probably either 254 or 255, PR 254 or 255, I don't know. It's not a color, I usually prefer to use a rose color and mix it, but that may change. Because I'm kind of feeling like sometimes that's a little bit dull. But what I find is sometimes these colors dry they almost dry like, I don't know, they look almost like dried blood or something. Of course, I don't know, maybe it's my eyes. This next color is Quinacridone Magenta, and I will say that QOR's Quinacridone Magenta is probably my favorite of all because it's vibrant. And believe it or not, this mixes some beautiful, like autumn oranges. All right. The next one is Dioxazine Purple. Also, QOR is also my favorite Dioxazine Purple. Which I know off the top of my head is PB23, I think. I could be wrong. Just when you think you know stuff, you don't. My memory is not what it used to be. So I'm not going to try and... I'm pretty sure it's PB23 below. And it can get pretty dark. Alright. I'm just doing this part for you guys. Okay, the next one I'm pretty sure is Ultramarine. Yeah, Ultramarine Blue. Believe it or not, Ultramarine is not one of my favorite watercolor colors. Because I tend to like to use staining colors, and to me it's because it granulates, it causes problems when I try to glaze over it. So it's not my favorite color, but it's good to have on the palette. Someday I will appreciate that. Right now I'm doing more of an illustrative style where I don't really use that. A lot of granulating colors. Okay, the next one I think is Phthalo Blue Green shade. That's definitely green. Green phthalo blue for sure. All right. Next one is sap green. I like their sap green a lot. Kind of lets me see. It kind of cauliflowers a little, maybe. I don't know. I love the way QOR watercolors move. Okay, the next one is transparent brown oxide. Okay, got a little drip there. I'm not sure how I feel about transparent brown oxide. I'm not really sure. It's not a color I use a lot. I think it's a good color to have on a palette of 12 to have browns. I don't use a lot of browns. But maybe that's something I need to start trying to do. Let's see if we can make that move down here a little bit. See if the transparent brown oxide moves. Just a little bit, I think. Okay, the next one is having trouble seeing because okay, it's burnt umber. They put the sticker label right over the colors, which is so annoying. I don't like it when they do that, but you know. Okay, you can get that pretty dark. Okay, and the last one is Payne's Gray. This is another color I don't use a lot. I tend to mix my own grays usually, or use a neutral tint. Because with Payne's Gray, it varies so much by manufacturer. This is definitely a bluish gray. That's pretty. All right, let's put a little bit more on top here and see if it moves. Moves a little bit. All right, so here we have this. This is our swatch card. All right, that's done. I tried to clean it while the pans were in there, and I couldn't get it clean without making a bigger mess. So I thought, I wonder if I can take this all out and take this out and go clean it. So I'm gonna go clean it in the sink, and I'll come back and give you my thoughts about it. Okay, I've come back from the sink, and if you can see, this supposedly does not stain, but I couldn't get it. I couldn't get all that off. So I'm not thrilled. I'm going to do something different. I'm going to take blue tack. It's poster tack, reusable poster tack. And one by one, I'm going to put these down in here. Now there's something else. I want to make sure it doesn't fall out. Some of these fell out. Okay, that one's good in there. These are going to have to go a little bit closer together, I think. Do I want to do this? I don't know. Seems like kind of a pain in the ass, doesn't it? I don't know. All right, let me see if this one's going to drop out. Yep. Okay, so how I'm going to fix that is put some water in the bottom of the pan right here. And then I'm going to stick this back in. Let's see if that doesn't fix it in there. Let's see. Still feels like it's going to fall out a little bit. Feels a little loose to me, but that's okay. I'm disgruntled. I really wanted to like this, and I really, really wanted to like this. Should I just put everything back in there? Hello. 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 Oh. Meow. I don't know, you guys. I'm disgruntled. I mean, I kind of like this, but I don't like that it's going to get all gross and dirty in here. I don't like that. Of course, it's going to get gross and dirty this way, too. Let me see something. Is the same size? No, but one would fit in there, wouldn't it? I think. Are they the same width? No. It would not fit. They made it so difficult for me. I don't know. I can't get around that. That's just, I don't like it. I wonder if I could put it upside down. No, I don't think you could. What to do, what to do, what to do. I don't really like this either. But, can I fit? No, I can't fit the big one. Let me see. This is a small one. Can I fit a small one in there? I can fit small ones in. Can I fit my favorite travel ones in here? Let me see. Where are my favorite travel? Will all three of them fit in? Those two will. This one will not. I guess that's okay. I mean, do I like that? That would be nice, wouldn't it? I don't know, you guys. I'm disgruntled. I wanted this to work. I wanted it to work just the way. Well, now here's an idea. I could maybe cut those out. Maybe I could cut these and then stick these on here. Would that work? This middle section is useless because of how gross that gets. And, oh, no. It's too sticky. So I'm going to cut this middle section out of here. Let's see, did I do it? Is it? I'm almost through. Okay. Okay. Come on. Okay, did I get through? Not quite. Not quite. Getting there. Let's see, did I get through there? All right, now this part here. See, I'm doing this, experimenting with this so that you don't have to. All right. This could be a little bit more. All right, if I want to, I can probably put that back in here. But here's what I'm going to do with this. I'm going to put this back in here just the way it was in the beginning, except with that middle part that gets icky cut out. I don't like icky. I mean, I know things get messy, and I'm not particularly a neat freak. However, came in this way, they're going back in that way. Hopefully that'll work. Watch me find out it won't work. That would serve me right, probably. Oops. It helps you turn it the correct way. All right, that's the last one here. A little hard to put in, but it'll be all right. Okay. Now, watch me find out I'm going to need to put those back in. All right, I want to make sure that this is good and snug. Okay, so then I can put these in here, right? Because, I mean, look at this. It definitely stains. I'm sorry, it stains and it's sticky, so that stuff, you know, it's great for this part. I just don't, I don't know. I just don't want this in there. But I think that if you really wanted it back in there, you could put it back in and it would go. Well, I say that. I think it would go. Let's see, I might have to. Whoops, let me put this out of the way. If you feel like you need it in there for structural integrity, you put it back in there, right? And it looks kind of like it did before. That's kind of the nice thing about this stuff. Now let me see if I can close it if I put these in here. No. So if I want to put these in here, I've got to take this out. So I think I will go ahead and paint with this like this because that's how it was intended. And we'll just see what we think. Okay? Am I a mess? I think I'm kind of a mess. I have to tinker with everything. All right, so this is going to get put away. I'll be back in a sec. Okay, the thing is, I was promised cleanable mixing areas. So let's just see what happens. These will go in. Am I being crazy? Probably am, but you know what? I just want things the way I want them. And they said there would be cleanable mixing areas. This is not, it stains and it hangs on to the pigment. It's not like this. So unfortunately, my little things that I have are not quite this big. I'm going to look online and see if I can find some this size. Okay, so I left the blue tack with these in here for a little while, and what happened was the blue tack lost its tack. So if I want to use these in here, I'm going to have to take this out. So here we go, taking it out again. Remember that I cut this. It doesn't come already cut. So, all right. Now let's see what happens if I just put these in here. Will they fit? I feel like I'm always trying to get things to work that don't work, you know? So I think the blue tack will definitely stick to this. Oops. I know it will because I've stuck it to other stuff, other metal. I think I'm going to need this whole piece of tack here. All right, last little bit. I don't know, so I could do this. But see, it just feels like these are gonna wimp out on me. They're not gonna stay. The integrity of it is not gonna stay without. I suppose I could cut 2 little strips to go around the other side, or I could find some larger plates to go in there. You guys, I don't know. I feel like I'm trying to make something work that I'm not crazy about. You know what I mean? I mean, I like how neat and tidy this is. I just feel like this is kind of a waste. Still not 100% sure what I should do. And just put your pen, you know, put your brushes in here. I don't know. What do you think, guys? What should I do? See if I can cut that out. That would be interesting. Yeah, let's see if I can cut it out. Okay. Because I think if I do that, that'll fit in there. I think I can carry those in there like that. So I'm going to do that. All right, now let's see. Let's see if these will go in there and close. Okay, so you could do that. I can close this, although yeah, it's not perfect. Ultimately, this is what I ended up with, and it's still not perfect. I'm still going to work on it. Anybody who does 3D printing could probably come up with a very amazing solution, which I haven't bothered to look up on Etsy. But anyway, you guys, have a great weekend, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye.